Hey everybody. So we looked at a basic introduction to pedigree charts earlier, and now we're going to actually look at the different parts so that you'll be able to start drawing them yourself. So remember, a pedigree chart, it's basically a family tree, but it shows us some information about a particular trait, like a genetic disease, and it helps us to trace how that trait passes through generations within a family. So, looking at the pedigree chart, the first thing you'll notice is the Roman numerals down the side here, and these are representing the generations. So if we're looking at it from the perspective of the youngest generation, generation 4, then generation 3 are their parents and aunties and uncles. Generation 2 are the grandparents' generation, and then generation 1 are the great-grandparents' generation. The next feature are these horizontal lines, and these represent either a marriage or two people having children together. So they're called marriage lines, but obviously people don't need to be married to have children. That's just the historical name that we've kept. Okay, marriage lines. Then underneath that, we've got the line going down, and that tells us that everyone below that are the children of those two people. And that line is called the line of descent. Line of descent. After that, so the horizontal line is showing all the children of that family, and it shows us that they're siblings. So that's called the sibling line. And then there's the actual colour. Sorry, there's one thing before that. There's the actual shape of the shape of the person, or the shape used to represent the person. So we've got circles and squares. Circles are females and squares are males. So that's pretty easy. We've also got the numbers within the generation, and that's just helping us to identify an individual. So if we say individual 2, 4, that's telling us, okay, they're in generation 2 and it's person number 4. So it's this lady here. Then we've got, have you coloured in the shape or is it just left blank? So if it's coloured in, that means that person is affected by the trait that we're looking at. So usually it's a disease, so it might be Huntington's disease. So in this family, we've got this person, this person, and this person, and they're all affected by Huntington's disease, whereas everyone else are unaffected. Okay, so that's all the parts of a pedigree chart. They're not too complicated, but the hard part comes when we start analysing them, and you have to figure out, or you have to use that information to work out how that trait is inherited. So we'll get to that later.